You are going to need a can of snow spray, your scraper, your larger pointed rubber tool, and a mask. Right, let's start off with giving it a decent spray. Cover as much of the window as you can to ensure that we can sketch out the whole gonk. This is just going to be a rough sketch out. We just want to know that we're going to fit this gonk on the window from top to bottom. So you get a rough idea and then you work the individual parts. So now we're just doing the hands. I'll do the main parts of the gonk and then we'll add in the other bits afterwards, like the beard. So this is a really rough sketch. Doesn't matter if you're sketching over it. If you make a mistake, simply do another little bit of snow spray over the top of it and redraw it. You're just doing this to get an idea of the sizing and the placement of the image. Okay, what we're going to do is we are going to scrape away the bits that we're going to work on so we can clear it of all of the sketching and any errors that we've made. So we're going to start with the nose. I want you to bear in mind where your light source is coming from. I am doing it from the left-hand side, so the light's coming in from the left. So we're going to do more spray on the left-hand side of the nose and less on the right. And that will give it a nice bit of depth and create a shadow. Now what I'm doing is scraping around it, but if you push a little bit of the snow around the whole thing, you still get to see the shape of the nose and have the shadow at the same time. So that nice little white line just really makes it stand out. So section by section, we're just going to scrape away and then add the snow spray back in. And then using the scraper, we're going to make that line a lot more solid and clear. And again, we'll push the snow in to create that thin white line, which will give it a bit of definition where there's less snow spray. So we'll just go all the way around that bottom part of the hat and then tidy it up. Just get rid of any excess spray. Now, when you're doing the flower, just do some initial blobs of white spray and then we can use the scraper to tidy it up. So don't worry about being too specific when you're spraying the snow spray, because we're usually creating the shapes with the scraper and not the spray. So let's just get rid of that hat now and then we can start again. Remembering that we're having that snow spray coming in from the left-hand side, that light. So we got more on the left than we do on the right. And then we're going to push the snow spray inwards to create that thick white line again. It really helps making whatever you're doing stand out and gives it a crisp line at the end. So just go around the flower, give it a nice thick black line around, and that makes it stand out. Now we work the beard, slowly build up the spray. Coming from the left-hand side again, we're just being a lot lighter on that right-hand side and not going so much, we're not going right up to the hat and right on the right-hand side around the nose. We want to leave a little bit there because then that's going to create a shadow for the nose. And just tidy up this beard with a nice thick white line. If you notice, I don't go all the way up to the beard. Again, that's creating a little bit of depth and a bit of a shadow. So again, try not to spray all the way up to the garment. Just let there be a little bit of darkness there, and then that will give the impression that there's a shadow underneath. Now do a few blobs of white basically for these flowers. So once you've done all your different flowers, then use the scraper just make it a bit curvy. It really doesn't have to be perfect. Once you've put a dot in the middle of these flowers, it will become evident what it is. Alright, now I'm just topping up with the white, just giving it a few little thick blasts just to highlight some certain areas of it. Here's the light spray that I'm talking about. If you just gradually just give it really light touches as you go round, we don't want big thick blasts and thick lines. So once we've done that, then we can put the little dots into the flowers. And now we just need to outline the gonk. Just go around every part of it and just give it a nice thick black line. It really helps when it's being put on a window in a shop. You know, when you're really up close with it, you might not think it looks that great, but as you're standing back and for passers-by, it really makes the image pop a lot more.